What's up guys, this is Drop Pop and Roll, and in this video I'm going to be doing a 100% completion review of Watch Dogs Bad Blood DLC. Now I did a 100% completion review of the base game, so if you're interested in that, it is on my channel. The Bad Blood DLC is the only big story DLC for Watch Dogs 1, and it's the only DLC with trophies/achievements. There are 10 achievements in total in this DLC, 9 of them are single player, and 1 of them is an online co-op achievement. Now before we get into the achievements, I just want to let everyone know that there may be spoilers in this video. I try not to explicitly spoil stuff, and I'll put timestamps in the description if you want to jump around to different sections. Alright, let's get into the achievements. We will start with the main mission achievements. The first achievement is Friends in Need to complete Act 1. Act 1 is 3 missions long, so it's not too long. It doesn't take a long time to get through. And you also get introduced to the RC car in Act 1, which is really cool. The next achievement is a No Easy Fix to complete Act 2. Act 2 is the longest act. It is 4 missions long, which is also not very long, so it doesn't take too long to get through. Once you finish talking to this guy, who is very nice to you on the phone, very kind, you will get the No Easy Fix achievement. And the final achievement for the main missions is called Pest Control. You have to complete Act 3. Act 3 is 3 missions long, and once Tobias wakes you up from your sleep, you will get the Pest Control achievement. I enjoyed the story. I thought it was pretty good, and it gives you more lore on T-Bone, which is cool. Alright, let's get into the side mission stuff. The first side missions we will go over are the driving missions. There's an achievement called Full Circuit to complete 29 driving missions. Now, these driving missions are pretty fun. They range from racing through these checkpoints, and you have to maintain close to top speed. There's another one where you have to hack this car that you follow, and this is different from the fixer contract ones in the base game, where you can't use the CTOS stuff, but the person you're chasing can, so they can hit like steam pipes and the traffic lights and the bridges. And then there are ones where you have to protect this vehicle. You're given this muscle car, and there are a bunch of other cars chasing this car you have to protect, and you basically just have to ram into them repeatedly. And you can take them down pretty easily. There are perks like Offensive Driver that give you more damage when you collide with vehicles, so that's useful. And then the final type of driving mission is where you have to drive in this time limit without taking too much damage to your vehicle to a checkpoint. And you take a lot of damage if you run into something. Like, I just touched the wall back there, and I lost quite a bit of health, or quite a bit of the vehicle condition. And once you complete 29 driving missions, you will get the Full Circuit achievement. I thought these were really fun, so it's not too much of a grind or anything. Alright, moving on to the street sweeps, talking about a grind. You have to complete 20 militia contracts, 20 fixer contracts, and 20 Chicago South Club contracts, which basically means you need to do a total of 60 street sweeps. And you can tell which faction the street sweeps are for. They're marked by these orange icons, and you can see them up in the top left of the description of them when you hover over them. You see either fixers, Chicago South Club, or militia. Now, street sweeps are basically gang hideouts from the base game, but you have to do a variety of different objectives, like hacking a computer like this, or destroying these boxes with explosives, and knocking down a target like you do in the gang hideouts in the base game. After you do the objective in the street sweeps, you can leave the area, or you can kill everybody, whichever one is faster for you. And I just want to mention that once you complete these street sweeps, you will get these street tags, which go toward unlocking outfits in the store. If you go to the street sweep app in the smartphone, you can see I have 77 here. And when you go to a clothing shop, you can unlock all of these outfits. You can see that I need 80 and 100 for these other two. The ones on the bottom just cost money. But if you want to unlock all of the outfits, you have to get 100 street tags. There are no achievements tied to the street tags or getting all of the outfits, but if you want to, that's how you do them. Also, just to let you know, when you beat a street sweep, you get 1 street tag. If you do the optional objective, you get another one, so you get 2. You can get a maximum of 2. As you work your way through the street sweeps, and you finally complete like 20 for the militia contracts, you'll get the Second Amendment achievement. When you complete 20 fixer contracts, you get the unfixable achievement. And when you complete 20 Chicago South Club contracts, you will get the Mob Ruled achievement. These are kind of a grind. They take a while. Okay, moving on to the investigations. There's an achievement called Looking for Trouble to complete all site investigations. One of the investigations is Fox Hunt. You unlock this after you progress in the main story, and you'll find these white symbols that have the Watchdogs logo on them. And you do a series of different objectives, like hacking this person's phone. They're kind of different. There's one where you go to like a train car and you find a dead guy. But once you complete 5 of those, you will unlock this mission that you can go do. So this is similar to the base game with how the investigations work. You do the free roam stuff by finding stuff, and then you get this last mission. And once you complete the last mission for the Fox Hunt one, it'll say mission complete, and then the progression wheel, it'll say you've completed it. It's tracked in the progression wheel. And there's one other investigation, so there are only 2. It's called A Council of Daves. This one is kind of interesting, but it's very similar to Fox Hunt and how you do it. You go through free roam, you find these white icons with the skulls on the map, and you go around. You can like scan QR codes, and then you hack this guy's phone. And once you eventually make your way through all of them, you will also get a mission. And once you complete the mission, you will get mission complete for A Council of Daves. You can do these in either order. I did A Council of Daves second, and I got the Looking for Trouble achievement when I completed it. Alright, moving on to everyone's favorite achievement in this DLC, I'm sure everybody is super happy to see this achievement in the achievement list. It's called Tag Team. You have to complete 10 co-op missions, and this is the one multiplayer achievement in this DLC. I'm being sarcastic, of course, because people usually don't like multiplayer achievements, but this one does kind of have an issue. You can find random people through the matchmaking, but the matchmaking is pretty dead. This took me only a day of looking for people, but a lot of the time I was standing here like this, and it just said average wait time unknown. Sometimes you do get sucked into a lobby, like you'll see here shortly, which is good. That tells you that the multiplayer is working. It'll say like invite or wait for another player. So if you have a friend, I think you can invite them. I don't know if that works. I just waited for a random person, and after enough time of just standing here waiting, making sure I didn't get kicked for inactivity, this random guy joins. And then once the guy joins, or once another person joins, you'll get this objective to go accept a contract. And these are just street sweeps, by the way. You have to do street sweeps. And I should mention that these street sweeps do count toward your street sweep progression. So you can do 10 of them out of the 60 you need to do for those other 3 achievements through the online co-op. And once you accept a contract, your partner has to be nearby. I was actually AFK here waiting for another guy, and I came back, and he just happened to be starting the mission. But once you find a random, or if you have a friend, if you want to like partner up with somebody, you can just play through these street sweeps. They're kind of fun in co-op. They go a little more quickly. It's kind of fun to play this game co-op like this. I think it's the only way you can play kind of the single player stuff in co-op. And after you beat missions, you usually, what I did was I got in the same car with my co-op partner, and we would just drive to the next objective. You have to drive around the city to find other street sweeps. And eventually, once you do 10 of those, the good news is that a lot of these people that are looking in the matchmaking for the co-op stuff, they're going for the achievements. So if you find one person, you're likely going to stick with them for the 10 missions. Unfortunately, the first guy did 6 missions with me, and then he left. But then this other guy joined, and I actually finished these after doing 4 missions, but I did the last 6 with him. And I tried to type out "bye" here, or spell it out with my gun. But he turned around, so I just shot him once, and then I quit. So that achievement can be kind of a pain in the ass because of the multiplayer being kind of dead. Okay, moving on to the last achievement. It is called Negative Eugenics. You have to kill 4 enemies at once by blowing up the RC car. I made a guide on that. That will be on my channel as this video goes up. So if you want to see how I did it very easily. I basically did the street sweep, and this reinforcement car showed up, and then I killed all of them, and I killed myself. The blast is huge on that thing. So that one's not too bad to do it. It can be hard if you do it in a spot that makes it a pain in the ass. Okay, so there's one more thing that has nothing to do with the achievements, but it does contribute to the 100% on the progression wheel, and that is to find all 20 audio logs in the DLC. I did have to look these up. They're kind of, some of them are around fast travel points. One of them is at like the Owl Motel. One of them is at this bar in Pawnee. So if you want to get all of them, you're probably going to have to look them up because they're kind of in these spots. You wouldn't exactly know where to find them. But once you get all of those, and you do all of the side stuff, you do the online stuff, and you do the main mission stuff, you will get a 100% on the progression wheel. A lot of this is for achievements. It's all tracked, which is very nice, except for the audio logs. That is the one thing that is not required for the achievements on the progression wheel. Alright, so that is a 100% completion of the Watch Dogs 1 Bad Blood DLC. If I had to rate this in terms of difficulty for getting all of the achievements and 100%ing the progression wheel, I'd probably, just because of the online being kind of dead, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. Other than that, the street sweeps are pretty grindy, and everything else is pretty easy to do. Just takes a little bit of time. It's pretty fun. It's a fun DLC. Alright, so that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed the video and you want to leave a like or a comment, I would appreciate it. If you want to subscribe, I would appreciate that as well. If you want to follow me on Twitch where I stream sometimes, I'll put that link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.